Out of the total number of 2,295 fraud cases reported to the central bank in 2019, suppression of cash and deposits accounted for the largest portion in terms of volume, that is 77%, with staff of the financial institutions being the lead perpetrators of that type of fraud. From January to December of 2018, 1,239 cases of suppression of cash and deposits were recorded. This jumped by 43.18% to 1,774 in the same period in 2019. In total, 83 institutions reported fraud cases in 2019 as compared to 72 institutions in 2018. Rural and community banks reported 55% of the total cases, and commercial banks and savings and loans institutions reported 23% and 22% of the cases respectively. Commenting on the growing involvement of both contract and permanent staff in bank fraud, the Business Operations Manager at E-Crime Bureau, Philip Dankwa-Deborah, reiterated the importance of effective staff training and orientation in curbing such crimes.
We have to up our level of monitoring in terms of our financial transactions within the electronic domain. So the banks would need to gravitate more into intelligence detection and resolution of vulnerabilities. And this should be done very regularly so that the issues that come up on the go are addressed when they come in. We would also need to enforce training. Usually, we take training as an option, but in the case of fraud and the cases that are being recorded, it should be something that the Bank of Ghana and the financial institutions must enforce and regulate to ensure that the awareness level of staff, the technical competencies to detect some of these issues are there, and these should be filed as regular as possible for the Bank of Ghana to know the efforts that the banks and financial institutions are pushing through.
Philip Dankwa-Deborah also touched on the need for relevant information to be regularly shared amongst financial institutions to further reduce cybercrime.
I earlier mentioned about intelligence sharing. Now, what we have seen is that usually incidents occur in one bank and the next moment another bank experiences the same. The gap here is about, sharing of information. Sharing information doesn't mean that you are disclosing who may be behind it or which bank may be involved. But the magnitude of the incident, the modus operandi of the criminals can really help to address any issue going forward. And this one shared across the bank will ensure that we don't have a further escalation of the very same issues that we keep recording. Because if you do analysis of the electronic types of crime, the modus operandi cuts across. And if we are able to share value information on some of these incidents, we will be able to address the issues that come up.
The total amount of fraud reported by the banking industry to the Bank of Ghana was approximately 115.52 million Ghana cedis. Of the total values reported, approximately 33.44 million Ghana cedis, that is 28.96%, was reported as losses incurred, whilst approximately 82.06 million Ghana cedis, that is 71.04%, was recovered. The driving fraud trends responsible for the total values reported were cyber and email fraud, forgery and manipulation of documentation fraud, ATM and POS fraud, as well as credit fraud, burglary, impersonation, among others.
Hi guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Subscribe to our Citi TV YouTube channel for more videos on the Business Dashboard.
Tune in and stay updated on the key business news stories of the day with Business Dashboard every weekday at 7 p.m. only on Citi TV.